I'm going to be doing something today that many would say cannot be done. Okay, and I guess I'm one to try to knock down barriers, if you will. Today I'm going to show you how you at home can prepare delicious, falling off the bone barbecue ribs in under an hour. Yes, I said it, and it can be done, and I'll show you how. So today we're going to talk about barbecue ribs in an instant pot. Okay, that's the real trick here. The Instant Pot is one of those kitchen utensils, a kitchen item that's become really popular nowadays. Tell you what, it has been a complete game changer for me and for my cooking at home. I have found so many different things that I can do with it. What's great about an Instant Pot is that it combines all the best features of many different kitchen gadgets that you may already have in your home. A rice cooker, a pressure cooker, a slow cooker, all those things wrapped up in one. And it combines all of their best features so you get all the benefits. There's a lot of versatility here. And today we're going to demonstrate one of those versatile uses of the Instant Pot, and that's in making barbecue ribs. The first part of this process is once you get the ribs home from the store, and that's assuming you don't raise your own barbecue ribs, what you need to do is take off the film that's on the inside of those ribs that's stuck against the bone side of the ribs. And the way you do that is you take a knife and just separate that thin membrane from the back of those ribs, and then kind of like you're ripping off a Band-Aid or maybe ripping off duct tape off of a pipe or something like that. You just get a good grip and just rip it right off. Okay? I've tasted ribs where they left them on, and you can tell. All right? It has that kind of tough, chewy film on the inside of the ribs that just, it's not good eats. Okay? So I wouldn't recommend leaving that on. That's a very easy step. The next step in the process is what's in that little dish right there, and that is kosher salt. Now, kosher salt is more than just a spice, it's more than just a seasoning, it's actually a mineral, and it is a chemical agent. It starts a chemical reaction inside the meat, and the sooner you can get that salt rubbed into that meat, the more opportunity it's going to have to impact the flavor. That way your finished product isn't going to taste salty, it's going to taste, well, more like the ribs. Alright? So you give a good heavy dose of salt on the outside of those ribs and give it a good little rub. Obviously I'm using a gloved hand. If you want to do barehanded, you can. It's a lot of fun. You can see I'm enjoying myself. Rubbing that salt. You want to rub the salt on both sides of the ribs so that all of the meat can get that seasoning on it. Okay? I'm going to speed up the camera work just a little bit so we can move on to the next part. Yes, rubbing in the salt so it gets into all the cracks and crevices. And then, if you're not going to cook it right away, you want to put it in a sealed airtight container and put it in the fridge until you're ready for it. Next is the rub. Now there's lots of different rubs that you can go with. My particular rub of choice that I'm using today is a spice blend by Penzeys Spices called Arizona Dreaming. And what's really nice about this is that it doesn't have any additional salt to it. So if you've already salted the pork, you're not adding another layer of salt to it. Now we get into the Instant Pot. In the Instant Pot, you want to put in a steamer basket. Okay, that's going to create some separation from the bottom between the ribs and the Instant Pot. In the bottom, you're going to pour in a mixture of liquids. The liquid that I'm using today is a mixture of apple cider vinegar and apple juice. If you want to add a little bit of a smoky flavor to your ribs cooked in the Instant Pot, you can add some liquid smoke to it, and that would help to infuse that flavor into the ribs. Okay, so you just pour that liquid right into the bottom of the Instant Pot. You have the ribs that are already seasoned. You have the steamer basket in place. Now what you're going to do is you're going to take those ribs and you're going to curl them. Okay, you're going to curl them around so that the skin side, the flesh side, is actually making contact with the outer edge of the pot, just like so. Okay, that's going to create some nice color on the outside of the rib to get a nice even cook. Then you just slap the lid on and close it up. Now there's a couple of different options you can go with as far as the cooking process itself. I choose to use, as it's shown there in the video, the meat stew setting, set for about 20 minutes. That's right, 20 minutes. That's it. Okay? And it's going to take about 15 minutes to get up to its proper pressure, and then another 20 minutes to cook, and then you get to release the pressure. You can let the pressure release naturally, or you can do like this and flip this little switch right here and release the pressure manually if you're kind of antsy. You really want to get to the next part of your cooking process. Okay? So you have some options there. And that's essentially all there is to the cooking process. But at that point, the ribs are already tender, juicy, and delicious. Now let's talk barbecue sauce. All right, I'm going to switch back over to Action Cam right here. And so we have a pot here on the induction range. And we're going to make our own barbecue sauce. All right, we're going to set this to about medium heat. The base of our barbecue sauce, we're going to start with some ketchup. You can use other tomato products if you want as well. We're going to add some sweetness, a little bit of brown sugar. How come it tastes so good?
I don't know. It tastes
Always wondered.
It tastes better than regular sugar.
To that, we're going to add some apple cider vinegar. We'll add a little bit of Worcestershire sauce. We're also going to add a little bit of mustard. I'm going to add just a little bit of salt. There's already a good bit of salt in the Worcestershire and in the ketchup. Add a little bit of spice element to it as well. For the spice element today, I'm going to add a little bit of chipotle chili pepper. Mix it up a little bit. I'm not going to make it too terribly spicy. And we're just going to set that low and slow, let it simmer down, let all the flavors come together and get happy. Now, a good barbecue sauce has a good balance of both sweet and sour flavor profile. For the sweet, like we did here, we added some brown sugar. You can equally use things like white sugar, honey, molasses. I really like apple butter and other jams and jellies. Apple butter in particular, again. Pork chops and applesauce, man. Pork and apples go so nicely together. So the apple butter adds a really nice flavor to a barbecue sauce. And then the sour, typically for the sour element, you're looking at some sort of a vinegar. I like to use apple cider vinegar. Again, apple, pork play really nicely together on the playground. You can also do red wine vinegar, and there is a little bit of a sour note in the mustard as well. So that's your sweet and your sour, and typically you have about equal parts of those so that they both kind of balance each other out. Next you have the salt and the umami, okay? So there's several different things in the sauce that add a saltiness. Ketchup, for one, has some salt to it. Soy sauce, Worcestershire, those all have a salty element to it, and so you want to be sure that whatever it is that you're cooking, you kind of keep that in mind as far as any additional salt that you add to the dish. Then there's umami, which is kind of that savory note, that rich mouthfeel that comes from things like tomato products, like ketchup or tomato paste, and also from things like soy sauce and Worcestershire that have that rich umami flavor as well. And then you have your spices and your other elements. There's a lot of different varieties of spices that you can add to your barbecue sauce. I used chili pepper, but you can equally use your favorite hot sauce. There's the sriracha variety of hot sauce, or the Korean gochujang sauce that's becoming really popular with the kids nowadays. Crushed red pepper flakes, I put that stuff in everything. And then other spices like garlic or liquid smoke, you can even add that into your barbecue sauce as well. Now, the moment you've all been waiting for, the big reveal. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Ribs.
Oh, yeah. They are literally falling off the bone. I'm not sure if I can even get these out. Oh yeah, look at those beautiful ribs. And again, under an hour in the Instant Pot. Falling off the bone, delicious. Oh yeah, I'm not shy about the sauce. Place it here on this plate just to show you. You can see the meat just literally falling off the outside of that bone. You would think that you would have had this cooked in the smoker or braising the oven for 3, 4, 5 hours. The 20-minute setting on the Instant Pot. About 15 minutes to get the pressure going, 20 minutes to cook, another 15, 20 minutes for the pressure to go down. Now if you wanted to caramelize the sauce on the outside of the ribs, you would want to either put this on your grill on the outside, or you can set your broiler and put it on the top rack and put that rack on put it on a sheet tray and put it under the broiler just for a couple minutes. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the kitchen.
Are they spicy?